Hey guys, and welcome back to another week of Casual Chaos. Today is part 2 with my mom. So how did you know Louie was the one?
Just the way he treated me. He was just like, everything was just easy, perfect. I don't know, it's just how he was with you guys. That's really important. After 3 months, he just did everything like right. I don't know, I think my parents, I wish they were here because they would have loved him. You know, he treated me like a queen. He really did. He was so, I loved the way he treated me. I loved the way he treated you guys. And, he tried like to be the best person he could to be around us. And he was, he like, I don't know, everything that I asked my parents, because I really did ask my parents, like, I feel like he's that person.
Yeah.
He
fell from the sky, guys.
No, but
from my grandparents.
No, I did ask them.
I know, Mom.
I did ask them. I asked them.
Sorry.
I'm like, send me a great guy. And my mom always wanted a guy that spoke really sweet to me, which I want that for all 4 of you.
No, he does. He treats you with immense amount of respect. He loves you, adores you.
Like, I don't want a guy ever cursing at you guys. Just like your dad would like say curse words. I don't like that. Like,
yeah, he needs.
Yeah, I don't like the way your dad
speaks. He needs soap in his mouth.
Yeah. So I want, like, Louie never curses. Like, I love that. The way he speaks to me. Just the way how he is with me. He gives me compliments. Like your dad never did that. Like how Louie is with me. That's how I want you guys to find a guy.
No, it was really admirable to watch you guys fall in love and see how happy you were. So it definitely is a love that I look up to for sure.
Thank you. No, because I want that for you guys. And even like, I mean, you already have a boyfriend, but Melania always says, she's like, Mommy, I want to find a guy like the way Louie treats you. Like, she says that. And that's why I want whoever I have around me, I want you guys to admire that person, because I want you guys to be with someone that treats you the same way, that Louie's treating me. Because I wouldn't want to be around a guy that treats me like shit, because then you guys would be accepting that.
If you're raised, and when you're being raised, if you witness, obviously, your parents fighting or just toxicity going around in the house, it's very likely for your children to think that behavior is okay and accept that behavior in relationships that they form as they grow older.
And it's so crazy that you say that, because I have some friends that they accept that behavior because they saw their mom accept it from their dad.
Yeah.
Like,
so it's a very, vicious cycle if if the children really do see that. So, and that was the difference. Like, Dad did curse, but that was it. I never.
You don't remember that, right?
I never looked at you and Dad and thought that you guys were unhappy or that we had an unhappy family.
Yeah.
But we weren't. We weren't.
And that I don't remember. Like, I swear, your dad was good to me. He really was, because I was married almost 20 years with him.
Yeah.
That's like a long time. And like, if you know me, like, I wouldn't put up with. And the only thing that he would, like, when we were filming,
he screwed up a couple times when we were on camera.
That's when he would screw it up.
And some people,
even now, his language, he doesn't curse at you, but like when he's speaking,
he'll incorporate it into a sentence. Yes. And my sisters and I yell at him all the time, because in general, I don't like a potty mouth. It just doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound classy.
Right.
And I yell at him all the time for it. It's definitely something he has to work on, but he's 55 now.
Exactly.
You can't change someone, and it's just who he
age.
is. So again, you got to just love him for who he is, and he doesn't mean any harm by it. It's really just his vocabulary, as crappy as that sounds. But
because he was a good husband, I have to say, like, and a good dad and a good son-in-law. Dad, it was old school.
Yes, Dad was more old school. Like, you guys showed your affection more in private.
Yes.
And not that you guys didn't show affection in public, but it wasn't, like, I don't have many memories of you and Dad like cuddling on the couch together or stuff like that. Maybe you did, but I just didn't. I don't remember.
You were little, yeah.
But
I mean, I always gave your dad, I would go up to him and give him kisses and hugs. Like, I'm more affectionate. Your father was just
not. And that's just the type of person he is. I mean, even with his girlfriend now, he doesn't do that. So, I mean.
No, it's so funny. When I was in the Bahamas with him, we were walking by, and it was Christmas, and we went there for New Year's, remember? And he goes, he's like, Margie, let's take a picture by the Christmas tree. I was like, who'd you learn that from? And meaning me, because he asked to take a picture. I was dying. I was like, he never would ask to take a picture. Like, I always had to ask to take a picture.
Well, and it's weird. I think now that, you know, he obviously is not in the U.S. and he doesn't have, you know, access to the people around him and that he cares about 24/7. He even asks us for pictures all the time. When we arrive, he takes videos. When we're eating dinner, he wants to take selfies. He really does treasure all the moments now, and it is creds to you.
Yeah, because I was always with the camera. He would always be like, another picture. And it's like, it's like, that's.
But now when he talks about it and like admires you for it. He's like, you're, you know, when we talk about me as a baby, he goes, oh my God, Gia, you have no idea. Your mother would dress you up in 15 different outfits a day just to get a photo. And you would sit there because what were you going to do? You were an infant. And he goes, you would just lay there.
With your beautiful blue eyes.
And
oh my God,
she would take photos of you over and over and over again. But all right. But then, you know, back to you and Louie a little bit. How has filming The Real Housewives of New Jersey how has filming The Real Housewives of New Jersey, tabloids, and just the gossip around the show impacted your relationship? Has that definitely put some strain on it?
No, thank God. It has made us stronger, but I just feel bad for Louie.
But it was definitely a little stressful when things were happening because he wasn't used to this.
No, like I feel so guilty for him that my world did this to him. Yeah, like because he never had anybody talk about him until, you know, and he had people in his world that were telling him not to be with me. He did. He would tell him. People were telling him, you're going from the oven to the fire. That's what people were telling him. And like, you know, and I'm like, well, are you happy that you didn't listen to them? But like, you know, like, listen, there's good and bad with being with me. Like, obviously good because I do make him happy.
No,
but there
and
is
also
like
the gossip,
a lot
the
of
tabloids.
bad.
It's not your fault. It just comes with the world that we're in. And
no, but also with that, was so sad, and I will speak about him now. Like my family member, my brother, like people listen to my brother, and they shouldn't have listened to my brother because, you know, my brother is the one that brought Louie on the show.
He was, and it was weird. A clip came up on my phone on TikTok. Mm-hmm. It was actually like a cute scene of you and your brother, but it was when you were really happy and in love, and you could tell, and you know he was really happy for you. So it looked like, you know, it looked like he was very happy for you. And then it was weird that he was talking so highly about Louie in that scene and making him look. You're not making him look, but, you know, really hyping him up and, you know, that he's such a good guy and you're so happy, Teresa, and yada, yada, yada. And the second Louie actually entered the chat, basically, you know, the second he was on The Real Housewives being filmed, it was like a switch flipped.
Because
that's what was screwed up.
Is something that I will say, because if
blame it on the pizza and you can't blame it on Louie put the money up for it. Louie did everything. You lost nothing. You just wanted something. You wanted some sort of ammo to just destroy the guy who has never even been a part of this world or knows how vicious this reality TV world can be. And it was sad.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like, and could you imagine if Louie's family did this to me? Like, I would be so upset, you know. And I do feel guilty about that. Like, that my family member did this to the person I love. Like,
yeah, you know? I mean, it was kind of like
that's why there's like no coming back from that.
Well, yeah, but I mean, at the same time, it was almost like history was repeating itself.
Yeah,
he did it to you. He did it to you in the past when he was trashing your cookbook with Kathy, and when he was talking about dad, and when
And
he
that's
was
why I
saying,
didn't know he was going to do it again.
and
Like,
when he
I
was
like,
saying
"What the fuck?"
all this stuff
Well,
about
now I
you
get
having
it.
designer handbags, he did when the IRS was after us. He did it in the past, and it was almost like he just repeated history again. So that's all we're really gonna say
Well,
about that.
And this is where I want you to be aware. Like, now I know why my brother did what he did. He did it just to stay relevant on TV, to keep the freaking feud going on TV.
Yeah, but
And
like
and to have a storyline.
and I said this on my past podcast. It's kind of like you're watching the same commercial over and over again. It gets boring.
Yes. No, and that's what happened, and that's why, you know, it upsets me sometimes because I'm like I apologize to Louie. I'm sorry that this happened to you because it's
Yeah, obviously you feel bad, but at the end of the day, it is out of your control. So, we just have
and
to.
that, you know what I want people to know, like they just because someone's your family member doesn't mean they're telling the truth. So you shouldn't always.
Well, yeah, not every family member, just like not any friend has the best intent for you.
Exactly. But friend or family member, like just because they're saying something doesn't mean it's true.
Yeah,
because I feel
just
like
because they're saying something doesn't mean it's with good intent, your best intentions.
Right, because I feel like people, whatever my brother was saying, because he was on TV so much longer, and people liked him, that my brother was telling the truth, which he was so not. Because I feel
he hasn't told the truth the entire time he's been on Real Housewives with anything that has involved our family.
Yeah, like I feel like I think my brother felt threatened that if people got to know the real Louie, like the Louie that we know, obviously, because like I'm going on 5 years that I'm with him, and if he was such a bad guy, like you guys are my life, my daughter.
Just like the other one was exiled out the chat.
Just like
Louie
the other
cope
one.
with all that?
Well, he's still dealing with it.
Yeah, he still deals with that. I don't know. It gets him very upset.
No, because it's sad because he never had any.
I think it would make anyone overwhelmed. If you're not used to this world and not for nothing, like the reality world, if you don't have thick skin.
It's not even about thick skin. It's like like they were trying to ruin his reputation.
No, I know.
And the thing is, the poor guy is defending himself, and and like
I guess also when you're defending
when you
yourself,
get flustered, you say the wrong things.
Yeah, and then I guess
like,
when you're defending yourself over and over again, and you don't see, and you just keep getting knocked down, it's discouraging. So,
and not even that. It's like the show. Obviously, everyone doesn't see everything. There's a lot of stuff that's left out.
I think with anything though, it would bother anyone. It's when anyone's talking bad about you, it definitely gets to you. It bothers you. But, you just got to push through it and try to prove the people wrong.
I think that my brother, again, intimidated, that they would love Louie more than they liked him.
So, yeah, basically, I feel like if anyone was dealing with the backlash that Louie's gotten, it's difficult. It's not easy. And he has done a great job trying to manage it. But when you receive all that hate for, honestly, just being with someone, it's difficult.
Yeah, imagine that, like just getting that. And
yeah,
no. To love someone, it's like, but
you enter a world that is very intimidating. The fans are very passionate, and
Well, hopefully we'll change that.
Yeah. So hopefully things get a little better for Louie, because I mean, as much as we can say it, they'll realize it on their own. But I think the longer that they see our family grow and succeed and become stronger, with Louie in our family, you guys got to just get over it. I don't know. You just got to get over it. Did you ever consider walking away from Bravo for good? And what made you stay on the show even after going to prison?
Well, after going to prison, I had no choice. And I was grateful that I had a job because I had to raise my 4 daughters.
And Bravo waited for you.
Yeah. So I have to say I was grateful for that. So thank you, God, for that. Then when I met Louie, I was like if he would have told me not to do the show anymore, I would have been fine with not doing it. Louie's not like that. So that's why you girls want me to continue.
I do. Yeah. I'm also very adamant about being an independent and successful woman. And my mom has proved that to us throughout the years of my dad being away and being deported, my mom has worked her ass off to maintain the same lifestyle that my sisters and I have always known. And she has showed us what hard work and dedication is really about. So for my mom to ever just stop working, you know, I think that's BS. I feel like my mom should continue working, optimize on her name, optimize on her career, and go until the finish line. But I really don't think there's going to be a finish line because you're a Bravo legend. So everyone's always going to want to know what you're doing, meet you, and, you know, yeah, it's you know, you're Teresa. Your name is already established.
And you know what?
There would really be no closing the chapter. You're already famous. So.
Yeah, I know. And you know what? You got, like, seeing you, you know, you're inspiring me too. Like, I think we inspire each other. And I have 2 more years, and then I'm really going to be an empty nester. Then Adriana's going to be in college. So then I'm going to be really free. So then we'll see what happens then. Teresa's going to be really flying.
No. How have you handled how we all react to filming differently? Like, for example, Gabriella hates being filmed.
I, like that's why I love and adore you guys. Like, you guys are my heart. Like, so whatever you guys want to do, like if Gabriella said, I don't want to film, I'd be like, okay, no problem.
And she really has. Our entire life, it was fully up to our discretion. So if we wanted to do it, we would do it. If we didn't, we didn't. I think I film with her the most just because I do, you know, I just respect my mom so much. I do whatever she asks. I do whatever I'm told to do. Not in, you know, a dictating way, but
you want to film with me today, and then she'll be like, okay.
Yeah, I would never never in like a dictating way. It was never when I was little. Oh, if you film with me, or if you don't film with me, you're gonna get your phone taken away. Like, no, never like that.
No.
But
and Melania loved filming too, but she would drive me crazy. But it was she was so funny, you know.
She was. So like, it was very easygoing.
And Adriana was
whoever didn't want to film just didn't film. How is Teresa different now than from season 1, Teresa?
Well, Teresa from season 1 would react really quick. Like now, I move at a slower pace, meaning like I won't react so, like, get mad so quick. You know, I mean, I was very this heated Italian, passionate person that I would get pissed off right away.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, sometimes it took me a few times till I got to that breaking point, but I would fire my mouth off really quick. Now it takes me a little bit more. Like I want to think about it.
So you're a little more tame.
Yes.
The tiger doesn't come out of the cage as quick.
Correct. Yes. It takes a little bit longer now. And you know what? It's just different times.
You know, and we're older. It takes a little more time for you to process
and then I don't want to, and then you girls are older now, and you guys are watching your mom, so I need to be a good example. So I want to be a good example. So I'm like, and I even tell Melania, because Melania I feel like is the most like me. You and Melania are the most like me.
I'm definitely more contained on so many levels. That's honestly like a freaking insult.
No, but all right. So Melania is the most like me. You're second. Then I would say
on a very dimmed down level.
So as I watch the trailer and you say, "Go yourself."
I said, "Shut the fuck up." And of course, that was literally
that was the best.
One time.
That's okay. It's okay.
No, but I said that. I go, "Really, guys?" I was like, of course they tried to make
that was so
but
funny.
I think you know, they were also trying to like, you
know,
know,
but I
kind
had
of
to say that. That's funny.
Yeah,
and guys, we're talking about next gen. As I'm watching the trailer, I see my daughters telling someone to shut the fuck up, and I was like,
I know. She was like, "Why do you look so mean?" I go, "I don't know why they put that in. It was one time,
but it's okay. That makes for good TV.
It was the one time I got mad, and of course they used that. You know,
in my first season, I flipped the table, and that was everywhere. That was even on the Emmys first season. I was
you flipped a table onto somebody's face.
I know.
You literally threw a table
I'll never
onto
forget.
Danielle.
I saw it on the Emmys that year. I was like, what? I was like, yeah, it was crazy.
You're an Emmy Award winner.
No.
Okay. What was the hardest scene for you to ever film over the years?
Hardest like going into it, or like I mean, yeah, I didn't like any drama, obviously, with my brother. I am all about family, but it's my immediate family. Before I was all about, like, obviously,
I mean,
my sibling.
Yeah. Listen, my dad will say it all the time. That's half the reason why my mom and dad fought all the time is because she would always stick up for her brother. And my dad says it all the time. That was the only thing you guys would fight about.
Because I would always put him first, and then, yeah, big mistake. Big mistake. That was such the biggest mistake, yeah. Like, are you kidding me? Like, wasted, yeah, that was such a fucking big mistake. Yes. It seriously was. Yeah.
Okay. Is there one scene you wish never aired? And have you ever asked production not to air a scene before? I think that one.
What? The jacuzzi scene with your dad? I think that's cringe.
Okay, I'm so glad you said that. But I mean, I didn't even think about that. But yeah, it is so cringe.
It is.
Yeah.
I didn't like that. And I had clothes on it. Like, I had like a strapless bra. And
yeah, they did make you do a little cringy things in season 1.
Yeah, I didn't.
But I think it was just you guys testing the water.
That was like in season 1. That was like after the fight with your dad and my brother after he flipped him over.
Oh,
you should have flipped him out the window.
I know. Celebrity boxing match: Joe Giudice versus Joe Gorga.
I would fucking love to see that one. And he would do like body slam him. Oh, I would love that. Yeah. I know the only way your father would do that only if he gets paid a lot of money.
Yeah.
And then he could give it to me.
Yeah. There you go. Give me a check for all my suffer. I was gonna say the Margaret pulling hair scene that pissed you off. You were mad in the moment at production, I feel.
Well, I said it, and whatever, I don't care. I mean, it is what it is. Like,
at this point, you probably are glad she pulled her hair.
Exactly, yeah. And my whole thing, I'm all about, and I'm not the one that said it first. I'm not the one that originally said to do it. If you really go back and watch the scenes, anyway, I'm not the one that originally said to. But then she came to ask me, and then I was like, yeah, just like. My whole thing is, I don't like that how Margaret and Danielle, I don't know if you know, Gia, they were really close. And then Margaret really Danielle really bad, And like even was at her wedding telling Marty, they were telling, her and her husband, Margaret and her husband were telling Marty not to like marry Danielle. It's like, who wants a friend like that?
No.
It's crazy. And this is the thing that this
Marty
is the type
Danielle
of person Margaret is.
Now, right?
Like if you didn't like, yeah. And Marty really loved Danielle. He did, and they had a beautiful marriage until Margaret and her husband got involved. Like it was so fucked up. Like if you really watch that. So the way Danielle pulled her hair, Margaret deserved that. Yeah, just saying. Like I'm just because of what she did to her. Like I hung out with Danielle. Danielle was a nice person. She really was. Like if you did not like a person, would you go buy something and they were auctioning now this person that you didn't like, they were auctioning stuff at their house. Would you go buy something at that person's house that you didn't like?
No.
Right. If you
fucking weird.
Thank you. You know what Margaret did? I guess Danielle was auctioning stuff in her house. She had this beautiful horse picture. Margaret went to go buy it. And put it in her house.
Maybe she wanted to look at the horse and remember how amazing her and Danielle's friendship was and how bad she fucked it up.
That's crazy to me. Like, who does that?
Maybe she got a couple screws loose.
So my whole thing is, when you don't like someone, why would you go buy something from their house just to put it in your house? Like, that's the type of person Margaret is. Like, not my cup of tea.
I just rather go to Home Goods
or Restoration Hardware, not buy something that a person that I didn't like.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, who does that?
Well, what do you believe is your most iconic moment from Real Housewives of New Jersey, and what do fans repeat back to you the most?
The table flip. Everyone loves the table flip, and everyone loves when I say, you prostitution whore, engaged 19 times.
stupid.
Yeah, yes, everyone loves that.
Yeah, I know.
Everyone loves that. I had to say it in my cameo yesterday. I had to say happy birthday and call the person a prostitution
Yeah,
whore.
if you guys wanna, laugh, just like book my mom on Cameo. Honestly,
I know,
yeah, or if you want to get some entertainment on TikTok, look up Teresa Giudice's cameos. They're one of a kind. They're one of a kind. How do you feel about me being on my own Bravo show? And would you ever encourage me to be a Real Housewife one day?
Yes, I think you learn from the best.
I know all the ins and outs. No one can with me.
Yes, so you learned from the best, from your mama, and I feel like you got this. But like again, always have.
I saw Andy.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Where?
He was at Bravo headquarters yesterday when I was at my media training.
Oh, when you did your media training.
He was on the phone, so like we didn't chat, but he was like, gave me like the biggest hug. It was so cute.
I love him.
That was so sweet.
I
was like looking at him like, what are you doing here? He goes, are you going upstairs? I was like, yeah.
So cute. And I think because he's seen you grow up, and your blue eyes just like his daughter.
Yes. Do you watch any other housewife franchises, and how do you think they compare to Jersey?
I watched the Atlanta Girls the other day. Love them. Salt Lake City.
I feel like you watch Beverly Hills too.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really watched it.
Well, remember you were watching their reunion. I don't know when, but you were like, I love how they let each other speak.
Yes, and they do, which I like that. They don't talk over each other. See, on my cast, it's like they want to talk over you because they don't want you to get out what you need to get out. So it's like, why are you scared? Let me speak. So that's why, like, I can't stand that. So, but yeah, I watched. But the thing is, it depends on when they're on, because then it depends what the time of year it is. Then.
But recently, you've been enjoying Atlanta.
I just watched Atlanta, and I just watched Love Hotel.
Oh, Love Hotel!
It's so cute. I can never do that, but I want all the girls that don't have love to go on there and find love. All the housewives that don't have love to go on there and find love.
What girls do you think Jersey would collaborate well with? Like stir some drama. It would be fun.
Oh, I mean, I think stir some drama. Maybe who would I want to take it down with? No, let me not curse. I was gonna say OC Tamara.
No, but not okay.
No, I don't know. I mean, one show that I really don't watch so much is OC. I don't watch OC that much, but totally on Shannon's side. That whole thing, like, I felt so bad for her when she had to be on the show. Like her ex, the boyfriend that she dated for 4 years. Then they brought back a girl that used to be a housewife, Alexis. They brought her on, and could you imagine, like, Shannon had to film with the guy she was just with 4 years, and a past housewife.
Yeah, no,
Isn't it that? I mean, I felt so bad for her. Yeah, like that's horrifying. So I didn't watch that whole thing because it just made me sick that I feel like I couldn't even watch it because I just felt bad for Shannon.
Yeah, that's gross. Who are your top 3 favorite housewives from other franchises?
Oh my God, there's so many. Because now I've been doing this for 18 years. I became friends with so many.
Okay, so maybe 5.
All right, Atlanta, for instance.
Give one from each franchise. So Atlanta.
One. Oh my God, can I give 2?
Atlanta.
Cynthia and Phaedra.
Okay.
Next, Beverly Hills. OC rings a bell right now is Kelly and Shannon.
Okay. Beverly Hills.
Oh, and I like Jen.
Okay.
I like Jen too. Okay. Jen, okay. Beverly Hills, there's oh my God, Garcelle, Kyle. I like Dorit.
Okay. Garcelle, Kyle, Dorit. New York.
I don't know much of the
They're
New York.
new.
Yeah.
All right, what about the old?
Yeah, so I don't really.
The old class. Jill Zarin.
Oh, Jill Zarin, Dorinda.
Ramona,
they're all great. Yeah.
Luann.
I love Luann because I did Ultimate Girls Trip with Luann. So I love
fun.
Luann. Yeah, I mean, Ramona, not really. Like, Ramona, she's, like, off the wall.
Potomac.
Ashley.
Yes.
I love Ashley, my girl.
Dubai.
Oh, my God, my girl. Chanel. And I have to say Caroline. Yeah,
And
I love Caroline. And now they're buddies. I love that.
Oh, good. And then Salt Lake City.
Angie and Meredith and Heather Gay. Miami, Alexia, and I love Larsa.
Perfect.
Because I did have some villains with Larsa.
Which castmate do you have the most genuine friendship with, and who would you call if you really needed something?
On my show, there's Jennifer and Dolores.
How and when did you find out there would be no reunion for season 14? Do you wish there was? And do you have any answer why there wasn't one?
The only reason why I wish there was for money. Money. That God's on the shoot, but I was so happy not to ever see those bitches again. No,
There we go. How do you feel now about the fact that Jackie contacted one of Louie's exes? I
knew she did. I knew they all did. I knew they all did. Like, I already knew. And it came out in court documents. Like, it was in court.
So, like, Margaret thought that she was getting one on you, but you already knew it from the court documents.
Well,
and that's enough.
And I already knew that Melissa, Margaret, and Jackie were talking to her. I already knew.
Yeah.
And I didn't know about Fuda. I wasn't sure if Fuda got in there because, like, I don't know if I wasn't sure. But, Melissa, Margaret, and Jackie, definitely. I knew they were talking to them. And then it came out in court documents that Margaret and my brother were speaking to her. And when they say my brother, maybe she did talk to my brother. And, like, yeah, she said my brother. This is what's shocking to me, that a lot was not seen. That, a lot of the fans don't understand everything.
Yeah.
Because a lot of it wasn't shown.
It's very hard. It was a very long case. A lot of crazy things happened. It was very complex. And again, editing cuts, things like that.
So that's why the fans don't understand it all.
Yeah.
Because a lot of it was cut out. And
it's the past.
Jackie and I are actually becoming really good friends. Like, not a joke. Like, I really like her. And because, we had people, she had people in her ear, and she admits it now. She's like, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, it's okay. And listen, I'm okay with Jackie doing what she did because I hurt Jackie. And I didn't mean to hurt her. And now she knows, that I didn't mean to hurt her. She knows that now. She knows that that the rumor didn't come from me, that it came from Margaret. She, knows all this. And so she's very smart, just like I am. So we figured out the whole puzzle thing and everything that happened.
Do you want Real Housewives of New Jersey to come back?
Yes, I do.
Okay. If Real Housewives of New Jersey ended tomorrow, is there any part
And I want to be on it.
yes, bitches. You can't have it without
I want to be on it.
Can't have it without my mom. And it would just be weird if I was on Bravo, my mom wasn't. That just can't happen.
Yes. I'm the OG.
Obviously.
Look, your producers think I'm so funny. And you guys miss my funniness because it got so dark. It's
Yeah, a revamp obviously needs to happen. We knew this, but we need some more light.
Everyone says how funny I am.
You
Gia.
are funny.
And I know. It's like, ha ha, laugh funny. Yeah. It's nobody sees that because it's everyone's always trying to attack Teresa.
Yeah, I know, because they want to take down Queen Bee.
Exactly.
It's exhausting.
I know. It's I want to go back to having fun. That's why I joined the Real Housewives in New Jersey, to have fun with my girlfriends. That's why I did it.
If Real Housewives in New Jersey ended tomorrow, would there be any part of you that would be relieved?
No, I feel like it needs to continue.
Was there anything that happened off camera during season 14 that you think directly impacted the dynamics of the cast and their behavior?
Anything that happened? Yeah. Keep attacking.
I think they were literally trying to be private investigators into Louie's life. It was weird.
It was just
listen, you could be on a show, you could attack someone, you could have your pity.
A lot of lies out.
Well,
that's
yeah,
the thing. And everything
but even Dolores said this on my podcast. She was like, other franchises, they'll fight on camera, they'll have their spiel, and then it'll be done with. they don't continue it off camera and investigate and want to go so deep. Maybe Salt Lake City. I know that the Heather Gay was like receipts, proof, timeline.
But this is the thing. They had no receipts.
No, they didn't. But I'm saying, your cast members were trying really hard to hurt you off camera.
Yeah, and anything that was...
And none of that was shown.
Oh.
And that's when it got very toxic and dirty, too.
Well, there was stuff that happened in court documents that never came to fruition on TV. And how...
Yeah, but also stuff that your other cast members were doing and meeting with people. It was a whole thing.
And I think maybe Bravo couldn't show that because it's has to do with court. So many things not shown, and even stuff that happening in court that wasn't shown on TV.
That's what I was saying. Like them doing everything that they did.
Yes,
they were being private investigators off camera trying to destroy you.
That's why it's so crazy, and that's why it's so sad that a lot wasn't shown.
I'm gonna put you in the hot seat like true Bravo fashion.
Okay.
What season of Real Housewives of New Jersey was the worst?
Season 3.
What season was that? With the twins?
No, the season my brother came on behind my back.
Oh,
and my
sorry.
cousin. Hello, need you have to ask. Like, do you need to even ask?
I don't know. Remember the seasons?
Oh,
There's been 14.
Oh, right. Okay.
Okay.
The twins. That was easy.
No, that was easy, but it was the worst rated season.
Oh, well, yeah, but that you asked me what was the worst season for me.
Season 3. Season 3.
Yes, 3.
Okay.
There goes a fucking another 3.
Fuck.
See?
No, we're sending a
See?
sign.
That's the 3s. I have a tattoo, 333. There's a lot of good and bad 3s in my life. I met Louie 3 months after my dad passed away. My dad was with me 3 years after my mom passed away. My parents got married in 3 months. There's a lot of 3s in my life. I could keep going. Yeah. Right, Jay? What are the 3s? There's a lot.
Yeah. Well, you're saying how long we're doing this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Then you go off on a tangent.
I do. I have ADHD. How do you say ADHD?
You have ADHD.
I do. And oh my God. You know who used to tell me I had that the most? My dance teacher. My dance teacher for Dancing with the Stars. Yeah. Pasha. He's like, you have the word. He's like, were you diagnosed with that? And I was like, no. He's like, well, you definitely have it. I was like, I do. Yeah, so you need to be on Dancing with the Stars.
Let's put it into the universe,
yes.
maybe.
Gia needs to be on Dancing with the Stars, yes. You would do so good. And you were a dancer.
Oh my God, guys, she thinks we could. Listen, I'm sure the moves could come back, but they're rusty right now.
Yeah, I would love to see you dance again on stage.
Like I'm the girl in the bar that's just like that.
Yeah.
No one's breaking out any moves.
She danced for, like Adriana, 10 years.
Yeah, but then it's weird. You stop dancing and you kind of lose it.
Why?
Oh. Okay. Have you ever overheard a private conversation between castmates that you could destroy their reputation if you repeated it?
Yes.
I was going to say, it should be a very easy answer.
Of course, yes.
Name one housewife who shouldn't be on the show anymore. Who would it be?
My sister-in-law.
What's the biggest lie you've ever told on Real Housewives of New Jersey?
The biggest lie? I don't know. Can you tell me one that Yeah, because I don't really lie. Because then I don't want to get caught.
Lie.
I don't want to get caught because I feel like, everything.
You're really not a liar. And
I'm really not a liar.
And if you lie, or if any of us lie, you could see it all over our faces.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. I don't lie. I'm like an open book, so I don't really lie, and that's my problem. I'm true to. How you say true to a fault?
What?
What's that saying?
I don't know. We're moving on. What celebrities have told you they're big Real Housewives of New Jersey fans? If you don't say the one I'm talking about, I'm going to be so mad at you.
Who has told me that they're huge?
No, you just heard it.
Rihanna?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, Rihanna.
My girl, Riri.
Yeah, Rihanna. I love her. Yeah.
Yeah,
there's a lot of celebrities that love Real Housewives of New Jersey.
No, there are, but Riri was my favorite one.
Yeah.
She literally said that she loves the mom that you are.
Yeah, I love her too.
Riri, if you ever see this, I love you.
Yeah, same.
I want to come to a Fenty Beauty event.
Oh, yes. Yeah, she's so pretty.
Do a mother-daughter Fenty Beauty event now that it's her second baby now, right?
Yeah, and she's an amazing mom too.
Wow. What is one rumor or lie you've always wanted to clear up?
anything negative about my husband, Louie.
Which castmates do you have blocked or muted on Instagram?
Who do I have blocked or muted? Margaret, Melissa, Danielle, Rachel. Who else? Who else is there? Yeah, I do. I mean, I don't know if I have definitely Margaret, but I know they have fake accounts looking at my shit anyway. Because it's like so weird. Whatever I do, if I use a makeup artist, then she uses it. It's like I would use a different makeup artist just because I wouldn't want like to show that. But people don't have like they want to do that. It's so funny to me.
You're just that amazing.
I know. Like I like to do the total opposite. Like if like I don't.
We're not followers.
I'm not a follower at all.
What's one storyline on Real Housewives of New Jersey that was totally made up for camera?
You should ask Melissa. A lot of her storylines were fake. Yeah. Yeah.
I was waiting for it.
Yeah. Hello.
Who's the most thirsty Real Housewives of New Jersey castmate?
My God, really? If you're asking me, this is all her. It's Margaret and Melissa.
All right. Sorry. So
I know. Like, I mean, come on.
Okay. Who's the most?
They go to they go to every fucking opening of an envelope. I mean, it's so clear as day.
All right, I'm not even gonna ask this one. Then.
What?
Which cast member has used you for the most clout?
Oh my God! Hello, Melissa.
When's the drunkest you've ever been on camera?
I haven't. Right?
No, just
so
Jen at the pool party.
So season 15 has to come back, and you have to see me get drunk. Like I have to do that, yeah.
Yeah.
No, well, you know what happens to me? What happens to me when I get drunk?
She falls asleep.
No.
Are you excited for me to move out, or do you still love that I live at home?
I love that you live at home.
Yeah, but I think a move is going to happen soon.
That's fine.
My commuting to the city is just getting a lot.
Yeah, and listen, I'm all about, I mean.
I'll be home all the time.
Like you're very easy. You clean up after yourself. It's like very easy. For you, it's like you living home. You get to save money.
It is very beneficial. I save money. It's great. But not even for that matter at this point. I really think I just need to start moving closer to the city.
Yeah,
and migrating closer to the city just because the commute back and I'm in the city now, especially with my schedule.
No, I know.
Every single day basically besides the weekends.
No, and it's a great experience.
And then if my friends want to go out on the weekends, I'm in the city again. Yeah, it's just
awesome.
a lot.
It's awesome.
It's a lot of back and forth.
And the thing is,
but I think I'll wait this summer because I'm renting my house with my girlfriends. So the fall is going to be the perfect time for me to really start. I'll probably start looking in August, get a realtor, really start looking in August. Maybe I'll even invest in buying an apartment in the city so that it's, it'll always be an investment and I'll always have it.
You want to buy property, so that would be a good thing. Yeah.
Yeah, little by little. So I think my first thing would be great because an apartment in the city can never go wrong. You can Airbnb it. It's very staple. But all right, that is all I have for you today, Mom. Thank you so much for coming on to Casual Chaos. You were my most requested guest.
I feel so flattered. So much fun.
Love you guys. See you soon.
Love you.